I remember somebody.
Article just dropped.
Go back to the shit show.
No, you bastard! I was fucking around. Why would you do that? It's a real thing.
Yeah, a couple months of release from this crap.
You
Guess
really
who
must
came out
hate
of
us
the?
as well.
Guess who came out of the hiding here?
Back in the fire.
She started the push in the first season. and
Get
now
in the
she's starting
chopper
the
and
push
throw
in
it into
second.
the fire.
The necessary readdressment.
More representation. It's so important. It's groundbreaking. It's the greatest thing to ever happen
Yeah,
to
it's,
humanity.
I
Just
think
standing in the show
this
for
has
5 minutes.
never happened before.
I honestly
She's gonna
want
make this guy
reparations
wake
for
up the
having to
Balrog.
watch this show.
No,
Same.
look.
That's what I
Here's
want.
what they're gonna do because they don't know jack squat about the lore. They're gonna make it look like she, because of her greed and her ability to manipulate the beta cuck that Durin is. They're gonna make her be like a mega manipulator that is going to trick Durin into mining deeper and deeper, and then to break the lore into shreds. They're gonna make the Balrog wake up like 2,000 years earlier.
Yep.
And they're going to, and he's just gonna wreak havoc. And so when the last alliance comes in, they're gonna make the excuse that the dwarves can't show up because they just lost their home.
I've seen this picture.
They're gonna make an
before
alternate
somewhere.
universe.
But what was she saying in the article? Was she starting already back up with the
Yeah,
black?
what was she saying in the article?
Says-
Actually, what?
Just look.
Ah.
It just
Get
looks
that
awful.
shit out of my face. Go back to the article, damn it.
Said that
They're
on
the same
film.
picture.
Yeah.
That's the same
Right.
picture, really. It is
It's templates. Like, okay, get the black and the white to stand, and then they kind of
the
No,
interracial
She does
template.
kind of like a Bud Light apology. She says a lot and says nothing at the same time.
What do you
basically.
mean? What
I,
do you
the
mean?
A
costume.
Bud Light apology.
She drinks
Because
the
it's literally
tranny
what it is.
fluid.
She's like, production is going beautifully. I cannot tell you how excited I am, but there's
Mm.
just more of everything.
Mm.
Season 1 was the glorious introduction. We want to know the world, the culture, how we are bringing this amazing story and infrastructures to life, and that's what we see: the peaceful phase, the introductory phase, and even if she
Glorious
keeps going,
introductory
Quit.
season? No,
He says,
gloriously shit.
How does
Walk off
every
the show,
single
it's
world
fine.
navigate his time, his reign, and his force about Sauron? And it's absolutely mind-blowing. I hope I'm allowed to say that, but it's so desperately exciting. There is a lot to play for. There's a lot coming, and I cannot wait to see it. And that's literally all she says.
Oh, she
I
wasn't.
cannot
it's a
wait
very
to
And
see
this
this
CBR
material because
article
we're gonna
says-
have a lot of fun.
This CBR article says Rings of Power star teases what to expect from season 2. What fucking tease, man? No tease. You're just
This
Well, it's
woman
going to be
and
shit.
Lizzo could eat Sauron.
More Chinese water culture.
That's how the ring was destroyed. She was hungry, and so she just ate it. And the dragon fires of her stomach destroyed it. Frodo didn't even need to go to Mount Doom. Screw
Yeah.
that dipshit.
Well,
he should
her
have gone to
fart
Lizzo.
destroyed Mount Doom. Her fart from the ring destroyed Sauron.
What?
I really do feel bad for the horse that died on set. though.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
I mean, he made a smart
the
decision. I
white
can't
horse.
blame him.
The
They
white
even
horse.
stressed out the fucking horse.
I think
horse,
that
the
Not
white
a cardiac
horse.
failure.
That's one way
they
to get
call
out
it
of contract.
cardiac failure. I think
Yeah.
he was just brokenhearted. He was
Like, he
no,
was-
no,
Galadriel-
look at
He was
him
a descendant of
talking.
Shadowfax, and he couldn't believe that it's like ending up in a
Galadriel
carnival
was
fair.
riding on him. Man, Ladriel was riding on it.
Lizzo's
So the
sister
horse.
was riding on it. That's
The
died.
horse
Hey,
wanted
hey,
to die
it
before
died of
they made not
embarrassment.
Gandalf
If I
right.
just think about the disgraceful representation of the elves in Rings of Power, I cannot, wait to see the last season of this doomed product, because I don't think there will be any further seasons. We will destroy it into the ground. We will have a lot of fun, and then it's gonna be over for good. Because
Well, it
already
won't be
the-
over because Warner Bros wants to step in with their movie, so
Yeah,
it could be
and-
potential ruin or potential goodness.
Yeah, CW Lord. of
And
the
then we're
Rings.
getting that Netflix
nose is
WB
racist.
animation of Rohan, of the story of Helm Hammerhand. I'm
That's gonna
assuming
be
next
good,
year.
You guys think that's going to be
I
any
hope
good?
so.
I want to. Yeah, like I'm stoked
Look,
for that.
I don't care if the
Yes,
director
good.
is an activist. If they actually do the lore right,
right.
the story is done
He
right,
can
and there's
do
no
whatever
activism.
he wants in private
be
life.
fine.
I sound like Eric July because that's how
Oh,
he got
no.
it. He's like, they're gonna. He was like, they mess it up all the time. But all right, go ahead. I'm not.
Look at the
I mean, look,
costumes,
they
man.
could, they
These
could. I'm not
costumes
saying.
already are just
Sorry, I'm sorry.
The
Look,
only
I'm
saving
not
grace
saying-
is that it's animated, so it's
Yeah.
not like
Mhm.
live action. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can kind of not have to worry too much about certain things. That's,
Yeah,
that's
so
the
you know
only
what they're
thing
gonna
that's
do?
gonna save
binary transformers. I mean,
This
them. I mean, there, even if it's
This-
animated.
God, that's a real
By the way.
thing.
it is a real thing.
black.
They found a way to make a
That's not even a
transformer
joke.
Yeah.
non-binary.
And April's big and black. Now, I mean, she finished
Yeah.
cleaning the house. Now she has to help the
She'll find a
turtle
way.
save the day.
They're killing all the
April-
redheads. They're killing
April
all
really
the
likes her
redheads.
fried chicken. Okay, just forget
Yeah.
about it.
Not only
And-
she looks like a mammy. You know what I mean? She cleaned up the whole
Yeah.
house. You have to go-
Look. I'm going to tell you something about. I'm going to tell you something about the animations. Here's what I suspect they're going to do. Okay, they're going to pull out the Helm Hammerhand animation. If it does really well, what they're probably thinking of doing is they're going to make movies, because it's the only thing they can make with the deal with Embracer, movies, because Amazon has the TV rights for now until they make 5 seasons, which is a lot of years down the line. So they can only make movies. So what they're going to do is see if the animation works out. If it does, they're probably going to divide their projects into animations, which will be cheaper, and then split the bigger stories into live action ones. So smaller stories will get told more on Netflix, most likely, or HBO Max. They'll probably do that more now. And they'll be like animations because they're cheaper and faster to get out. Now, what worries me is, where are they going to start? Because, I made a video giving people like 5 possible predictions, but at the end of the day, I don't know where the hell they're going to start. To be honest, like, my most likely scenario is, if you want to start in a nice place to get a good base, just do a Last Alliance movie, 1 or 2
Yeah.
of them. Like, I think 1 movie could take care of it, but you would have to be very good at what you do. The safe bet would be 2 movies, but again, 1 movie could take care of it.
I think they'll start at the end because they are mental.
I mean, the Last Alliance is the end of the Second Age, which gives a good start to the Third Age, which is what they can cover. That's what the rights apply to, and the Third Age has a lot of
what's
big events
crazy?
happening, and they're mostly battles, so that's easy.
When people like Sophia Nomvette, and this is just something that I thought of yesterday, and I'll tell you why. But when someone like Sophia Nomvette said, what did she say, that Lord of the Rings wasn't very accessible before, and all this
Yeah.
stuff, and how basically it was a white man's thing. The other day I was reading My Hero Academia volume number 20, and in that book there is a literal scene of the kids in the school enacting a play of a combination between Star Wars and Lord of the Rings together. They replay Luke, I am your father scene, but it takes place in Gondor, and it's just like it goes to show how far those stories have gone. Where it's even in like Japanese manga.
Yeah.
They use it a
And
lot.
to
It's a
call
big
those
deal.
stories inaccessible prior to
Because-
these
yeah.
fucking idiots taking it over, it just made me think when I was reading that, because I'm like, wow, look at this in a literal Japanese manga, 2 epic stories that have stood the test of time, and they like to say that, oh, it's inaccessible before
Like
they
now it's
touched it.
finally open to
Now it's
more
accessible.
people.
Right.
Where do you think they got the
Japan is
Demon
more
King
foreign than
archetype?
Africa.
I mean, how narcissistic can you be?
Yeah.
You made it accessible. Like, what are you talking?
It was
about?
wrong until I was here.
Yeah, until I
Mhm.
got like
Right.
gods of themselves. Like
You
Why
can't
should it
relate to
be
Aragorn, make him
in
black,
the
and then
first
it's easy.
place? I mean, what is this thing about accessible anyway? You create your access. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want anybody to create the access for me. What the
I
fuck is
know.
this? Create it be accessible. I create the access to something.
Yeah, you
Maybe-
create the hole, coach, to penetrate.
oh, geez.
Right.
Yes.
He's like, yes.
This has gone very sexual.
Create
out
your
of
own
nowhere.
hole.
No, we
Whiplash.
we all find our way into the universe.
There, I am
We all
accessible
find a
now,
way.
Coach. You happy?
Yes, thank you.
You're happy now? I'm so
It's just-
accessible. We got the 2 worst things that we could want in their reality.
What is
Yep.
this? Hey, it needs to be accessible for whom? Who
You got
else
the
to do
access
it?
now, coach. Go and penetrate it.
I can't take it.
I mean, he is an
Yeah.
actor.
Oh, God.
I know what you mean.
Are you dancing on your women's shoes, coach?
I
My
sold them
God.
all for the move. I just own a pair of
The
sneakers.
women's.
I can't
That's
take it.
never going away, Coach.
No, man.
You're now the oracle with women's shoes.
Yeah,
that's just accept
it's the
it,
best
okay?
went to
coloring.
fashion
What can I
school,
do?
bought some women's shoes. Now
Yeah.
Casey
I'm
does not
voice
understand.
acting
Yes,
coach.
I'm very much in touch with my feminine aspect for real. Yeah,
Oh my
because
god, you're
Why you
Because
Casey
don't
is
have
artists-
gonna like.
access and
we
penetration.
as
My
artists,
goodness.
we as artists, we have to penetrate all the aspects of our
Penetrate.
character. Right. We have to dig deep into the soil of
Cassie?
human existence.
Next
Because-
coach is gonna be like,
actually
I'm hosting a
understands-
drag queen brunch for kids.
Hey, look, we talked
God.
about this when Cassie was here, and she can give you the full context of where the women's shoe comment came from. Because like we were talking about the fact that Coach was saying, "Oh, women's shoes have better color
And
selections."
Nike. Yeah, it's Nike sneakers
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
The sneaks,
Nike's-
the women.
yeah,
Nike
yeah.
I
What are
knew people who did
sneakers?
that action. Yeah, like that's funny.
Yeah,
My
men's
brother,
sneakers.
I think he did that with a pair, but he'll swear that he didn't. But yeah, the women's. I know what you
The
mean.
women's sneakers
yeah,
with
yeah.
Nike, they're always almost every time the coloring of the women's shoes are better than the men's shoes.
Yeah.
Almost every time.
I say shoes. I'm like,
They always
And I
have to
can-
give the men's shoes like the most terrible, shitty colors.
Right, right.
get
the
those
It's
dark
like I
White
stopped
and
buying
black.
from them because of that shit.
Hmm.
yeah.
You wear
It's-
women's shoes.
There was some odd silence. Okay.
It's
I know.
Like, yeah, we're out here talking about shoes right now.
Talk
I
about
know.
access.
Hey, back to the interracial,
back
the
to
forced
this.
interracial couple.
Well, no,
But
'cause I
back to
sent
this
the
here, I know
pictures
to
that-
this accessible thing. You're right. Like you just buy a ticket. Like I didn't see Lord of the Rings when I was younger because I just didn't think about seeing it. Like it wasn't because
you
I
hate
was,
white
oh, it
people.
was all white people. Like I didn't care about that. Because I was obsessed with Twilight. You know what I mean? Like and Twilight, even though it has, you know what? And now it makes sense because they had all these Indian, Aboriginal, whatever vampires and all. Because the lady got flat because she straight up was like, I only want white vampires in my movie, and I was like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that because that's what I think of when I think of a vampire. And then even today, like they say that, oh, she was wrong for doing that, and I'm like, she can have whatever she wants in her movie. Like it's whatever, but.
Yeah, just look at
this is a
Hogwarts.
This is a picture I took
That's
of
cool.
the manga just now, and obviously they misspelled it for copyright reasons. But
Mhm.
Yeah,
they
of
were like,
course.
but Romeo, what Obi-Wan told you about your father, that he was the king of Gondor, that was a lie. And he says, I'm your father. No, that whole
That's
scene.
cool.
So
Fantastic.
again,
That's
the
pretty
fact
cool.
that this is in a Japanese manga just goes to show that whole inaccessible. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's totally.
It really is a lot of BS because
Some
at the end of the
surface
doesn't
day,
level.
mean anything. If you
It's
want
the
to
story
create
that
access to
matters.
something, right? You create the access
And you penetrate it.
and you penetrate as deep as you
You
go.
create your own access, you create your own hole, and you penetrate.
I love the animation.
Stick it in
Ryan.
there.
Yeah, I know the
Okay,
whole-
create that
whole-
access. Let it all in.
Penetrate.
Oh god.
That animation
You
was
just go
wholly
right
unnecessary,
in.
Ryan.
Thank you, man. It's exactly what I need.
Don't
Like at
go
4
out.
o'clock in the morning. This is exactly the type of picture I need. before
Now,
going to bed.
while you're
Razor,
wearing
give
your
this man a
shoes.
sponsorship, okay?
It's
God, it's
something.
terrible.
No.
Let's go
Dude,
back
look.
to the Rings of Power.
There's definitely
look.
something I should explore about my character. You're right, I think.
Oh my
That's
god.
definitely
One
something
hell of a
wrong.
ring of power,
This
coach.
picture is annoying. To
Look,
me. Everything about it is in her hands.
It
Are
Right.
screams just
mean-
like CW. You know,
At least, like-
it does.
I can
Why they
say.
needed to show us
Well,
her
it
ham
was.
leg?
Yeah.
Like, why
they-
didn't
They've been
you
the
show us
Matrix.
her
They've
ham
been
leg?
twisted off.
What is this costume? What is the
What
costume?
is
Give it to me and give it to me raw. No, sorry, I didn't do a Scottish.
look
Give it to me
like that?
raw.
It's
Coach, what
curtain.
do you think of Duran's costume?
They're wearing carpets because that's the only thing
Yeah.
that can fit around them.
This looks like a mop. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks awful. It looks
That
like
is a mop,
It looks
actually. They
awful.
just
Terrible.
ripped off the top of a
That
mop.
wig sitting on top of her head.
She's
Why are
wearing
there-
blankets.
Why
Yeah.
are there fake boobs on that black lady's head?
Dorito Queen.
It's
Great
my
attested.
head.
Somebody on look at-
I'm sick of these people.
bro.
I'm not.
Hoopa is correct. She is the Dorito Queen.
Mm.
That nose.
Oh god.
Look at that face. Look how
I think this is
staring
her real
at
nose,
me.
and this is just
What
like a
is
big
going
nose.
That is a
on?
crooked nose, bro. That's a
It doesn't
downward
help that we know
spiral.
that she's incredibly
They
annoying.
did her dirty with this. 'Cause some people got a really bad side profile, and she's one of them.
Hey, look, her nose, it's normal. His is a downward spiral into divorce. Divorce by Balrog fire. That's what's gonna happen.
It's the shortest
Look.
article I've ever seen. CBR.
They
Holy
don't got nothing
shit.
else to talk about.
They got nothing because they're now
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're very tight-lipped because they don't want leaks getting out, but yet the leak got that you faked, that you curated reviews, which
Yep.
means that
Which we all knew.
Who wrote
yeah,
that?
we all knew. It just kind of gave us confirmation bias. Thank you so much, by the way, whoever leaked it from Amazon. You are a true hero because at the end of the day, it's not going to change the fact that even if they do everything right this season, barely anyone except us dumb fucks are going to watch
Hypno
it.
versus ad blocker.
Yeah, CBR tries that. Well, they'll tell you that you have to do it 3 times, but if you refresh the 4th time, they'll let you go through. So
Yeah.
I'm
These
not paying
people,
them
they
fucking
can't
time.
create
No,
the
yeah,
access,
archive that shit
so they
too.
can't penetrate.